Okay, so get ready because today we are diving into a topic that is out of this world.
Literally out of this world.
Well, not literally, but pretty futuristic and interesting.
Definitely.
We're talking about relationships in 2025.
Ooh, that's just around the corner.
I know, right? It's wild to think about how fast things are changing.
Absolutely. And someone out there is thinking about it too because we got a request for this deep dive. You're getting ready for a super futuristic first date.
That would be amazing.
Right. So tell me what your algorithm thinks of our compatibility.
I'd love to see that happen. But jokes aside, let's actually delve into this.
That gets serious.
What are some of the biggest things that are on people's minds when it comes to the future of relationships?
Well, I think the elephant in the room, or maybe we should say the algorithm in the room, is technology.
Yeah, technology is already a big part of how we connect and date.
Exactly, with dating apps and social media and all that. But imagine those algorithms getting even smarter.
Smarter. How much smarter can they get?
A lot smarter. Think about algorithms that could predict your ideal partner based on things like your Spotify playlists or the articles you read online.
Wait, so like if I listen to a lot of true crime podcasts,
The algorithm might match you with someone who's really into forensic science.
that's a little creepy, but also kind of cool.
Right. It's like a supercharged version of what we have now.
So basically, algorithms are going to be writing our love stories.
Well, some people see it that way, but I think it's more nuanced than that.
Nuance in the age of algorithms.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued,
Think of it this way, instead of endlessly swiping through profiles.
which can be so tiring.
Imagine an app that says, hey, based on your shared love of obscure documentaries and indie bands, you two might actually hit it off.
Okay, that does sound better than judging someone solely on their profile picture.
It's less about taking over your love life and more about adding a layer of data-driven insights.
Data-driven dating. I can't believe this is the world we live in.
It's happening, and it's raising some interesting questions.
Like what?
Will people feel pressured to conform to what the algorithm suggests?
Oh, that's a good point. Like,
Okay.
what if the algorithm decides that everyone should be with someone who loves hiking and I hate hiking?
You might feel like you need to pretend to love hiking to be desirable.
And that's just not authentic.
Exactly. Authenticity is still key. I mean, technology can help us connect, but building real relationships?
That still requires effort, communication, and that spark you can't quite quantify.
You said it. I think that emphasis on authenticity might become even stronger in 2025.
Really?
Yeah, people are craving real connections in a world that can feel increasingly digital.
Makes sense. It's like a pendulum swing. We've gone deep into the digital world, and now we're craving balance.
Exactly. Balance between technology and real human connection.
So maybe instead of replacing face-to-face interaction, technology is actually pushing us to value it even more.
I think that's a real possibility. We're realizing that those face-to-face moments are precious.
So if we're talking about relationships evolving, what other shifts might we see by 2025?
I think we'll see more flexibility and fluidity in how relationships are defined.
In what way?
The traditional model of marriage and a nuclear family is already evolving.
True, more and more people are choosing alternative paths.
Exactly. And those relationship status options on Facebook?
They feel so outdated.
Right. We might see new ways to define commitment and partnership driven by changing social norms and personal values.
So basically, it's complicated becomes the new normal.
Haha. In a way, yes, but it's not necessarily a bad thing.
How so?
It reflects a greater acceptance of diversity in how people choose to live and love.
I like that, embracing the complexity.
It's about recognizing that there's no one-size-fits-all approach to relationships.
This has been a fascinating deep dive.
It really has me thinking.
Before we wrap up, any final thoughts for our listener who's clearly pondering the future of relationships?
If technology continues to shape how we connect, will the very definition of a relationship evolve by 2025?
Ooh, that's a big question.
What nuances and complexities might emerge that we haven't even considered yet?
Mind-blowing stuff, listeners. I encourage you to keep exploring these ideas.
The future is full of possibilities.
And the future of relationships really is in our hands, shaped by the choices we make today.
We have the power to create the kind of relationships we want to see in the world.
That's a great note to end on. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the future of relationships.
It's been a pleasure exploring this with you.
Until next time.
See you then.